All right, so that is the Labor Day parade that happened in Uptown earlier today. Our Miles Harris obviously got some of those sights and sounds for us. We appreciate that. We are expecting here just pretty soon, as I'm looking towards the top of the 8 o'clock, we are expecting our news partners in California to take things over for us. There is a wildfire that is growing called the Garnet Fire. It has been raging for 8 days now, which is in eastern Fresno County. This is something that we had actually brought you to a little bit earlier ago, some live images from CAL FIRE who were updating the situation. And in fact, this is what that map looks like. So they are calling this the Valley Fire, which has prompted some evacuations. And it seems like there's a massive battle going on with this fire. So we're going to break into their news, Sacramento News, ABC 10, going to this right now.
Colorado County as the Valley Fire threatens homes and firefighters scramble to contain the flames. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Laura Painter. We're tracking the heat and fire danger with ABC 10's Garshpal Sangha. He joins us live from El Dorado County, where flames are forcing people from their homes right now. Garshpal, what are you seeing and what are conditions like right now?
Yeah, Laura, it is hot right now. We're close to the triple digits, and at one point that fire behavior was very erratic, and that's why worried about fire crews, and they were worried about where this fire was going to go. But the good news is that fire has been laying down, and the reason for that is because of the aerial attack, the ground attack. We're just southwest of where this fire perimeter is. It may be difficult to see, but we do see a helicopter there in the sky, and it's been because of the aerial crews and also the ground crews, and that's the reason why they've been having to get this fire lay low. Not a lot of smoke has been put off, but the good news is that forward progress has been stopped. The fire is not advancing into new areas, but you can see by that video that we took just a few hours ago, the Valley Fire sparked just after 1:30 this afternoon near Sweet Valley Road in Rescue. And by 3:45, it had grown to 16 acres and just 5% contained. Crews tell us that is where things remain, but firefighters say it was moving uphill earlier with extreme fire behavior and a moderate to rapid rate of spread. Air crews have been hitting it hard with multiple water and retardant drops, and crews on the ground are the ones who've had the tough job of putting this fire out. But back out here live, you see this is one of many aerial fleets that have been helping out. Things are looking much better than they did just a few hours ago. But even though that forward progress has been stopped, ground crews are going to be here on the ground, making sure all the hot spots have been put out. So people are breathing a sigh of relief. We're learning that some of the evacuation orders have been dropped just slightly, but crews are going to be here overnight, making sure every single hotspot that is out here is put out before they're able to leave the scene. But things are looking much better than just a few hours ago. Reporting live in El Dorado County, Garshpal Sangha, ABC 10.
And Garshpal, so glad to hear that crews have made progress despite the difficult conditions out there. Garshpal, thank you, and be safe out there. And with all the dry fuel and extreme heat we're dealing with, Brendan, you're also tracking a weather impact alert for more fire danger.
Yeah, that's right. And tomorrow and Wednesday, we're going to have the chance for some thunderstorms up in the high country. We'll talk more about that later in the show, but we'll talk about where we are right now and why that has led to some elevated fire danger. Of course, everything is very dry. It has been months since we've seen any sort of substantial rainfall in the valley and lower foothills. And of course, it's hot. 93 Placerville, but 101 in Roseville, basically triple digits across the valley. 101 right now in Sacramento, 102 in Stockton, and 100 in Modesto. In addition to the temperatures, it hasn't been real windy, and that certainly would have benefited firefighters up there on the Valley Fire. But there is a bit of a breeze, about 10 to almost 15 miles per hour across parts of the valley. And of course, like we talked about, it's not just dry for the plants and things that are growing, it's just dry in the air. Relative humidity anywhere from about 10 to 15%. That is it across Northern California at this hour. It'll be a slow cool down as we head through the evening, still near the century mark by 7 o'clock, 90s at 8 o'clock, mid 80s by 10 p.m. and mid to upper 70s at midnight tonight. It'll be a warm start to Tuesday morning with low temperatures in the upper 60s to low 70s across the valley, and Tuesday afternoon another hot day, but likely fewer places reaching that triple-digit mark on Tuesday afternoon. So another hot day, but highs in the upper 90s and low hundreds. Of course, we are tracking that weather impact alert, and I will have a lot more on this later in the show. But widespread storms Tuesday and Wednesday with some dry lightning is leading to high fire danger across the coastal range and the central and northern Sierra. We will look at Futurecast coming up in a little bit, Laura.
It sounds good. Lots to track, Brendan. Thank you. Many families have made it a Labor Day tradition to beat the heat by visiting our waterways, like places like Folsom Lake. ABC 10's Roxanne Elias talks with families about how they're finding comfort and fun on this unofficial.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick 2-minute break. We'll be right back after this.